I'm Justin.
Hello, I'm Jason.
Is that recorded?
I'm John.
I'm Joe.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Melissa. I'm Janet. And I'm Amy.
Alright, here goes the persuasive speech. Has anyone seen Glenn Beck's entourage questioning Berkeley's University of California students as to their political views? What about Jay Leno's jaywalking when he asked citizens elementary history questions? If you have, then you know the usual outcome of perplexed individuals, wrong answers, and the monotony of carnival music or witty remarks from the host. So here we are, folks, the future of America, our free capitalistic society. I hope that we're getting the picture that we all need to become more historically and politically aware. Politics. There's a word we're all familiar with. Now the question is, what is its definition? Well, it literally means the process by which people make decisions. For our purposes today, we are not going to delve into Republicans and Democrats, but rather are going to talk about politics as a whole. Political parties as a whole divide the people, but can ultimately take us all to the same destination. If we are not up to date on what's going on, then anything can happen. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. Now let me ask you, do you know the average voter turnout for our presidential elections? Well, the highest has been 56.8% of the voting age. That was in 2008. The average since 1980 for presidential elections is 52.9% and a whopping 37.4% for the midterms. The real kicker is that, for instance, Obama's approval ratings as of 10/17 are 45%. 55% of Americans disapprove our president's actions or lack thereof. These figures show the cold, hard truth that our society as a whole is happy letting others make decisions, and then when a poll comes knocking on our door or catches us at work, we are unhappy with those decisions, at least over half of us. As for the politicians, I think that the majority of them enter into their career thinking that they are hospitable philanthropists. What I think happens more often is that these same politicians and their cohorts get sucked into the biggest opiate on the face of the planet, money. After all, we do know that money walks. Now, I'm not here to try to change your political views or opinions. I am here to try to persuade your intellect. We all need to become more politically aware and start trying to make decisions on who we vote for, but most importantly, why we vote for them. Sitting around apathetic is not going to get us anywhere. Facts are not going to lie to us, but maybe your senator is. You will never know if you don't even know his or her name. History may not seem important to most of us. After all, it is just that, history. I'm not here to try and make us memorize the Britannica or anything, but just to become familiar with our big dates as a country. The year was 1776 when 13 colony states revolted against their mother country and declared independence. This was the beginning of our country, the United States of America as we know it. Dates like these are important. The Bill of Rights of the U.S. Constitution, the Great Depression, World War I, World War II, the Boston Tea Party, the Civil Rights Movements. We are our past, and history helps us understand why things happen the way they do. We, as Americans, are usually not historically aware. Hence, Jay Leno and Glenn Beck running around poking fun at us. Just think if we knew all that happened in the past and were aware of it then, and that would leave little to no room for the same errors in our future. There's a lot to learn from history. We all need to try and become more aware as U.S. citizens. Let's try to make Jay Leno walk a little further. As American citizens, we need to step up to the plate and be the deciding factor as to where we go from here. You and I can do it. We have to start somewhere. And becoming more aware is not as easy as it sounds. At first, we might get lost in the vastness of information, but with perseverance, eventually we will find ourselves understanding more and more. I challenge you to challenge your intellect.
Very good.